Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Friday Night Baseball here at the Big A. The Angels coming off a series victory over the Minnesota Twins tonight. They welcome in the division rivals Seattle Mariners for the first of three. Hi, everybody. From inside the Big A, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner, Mark Gubza. Just a couple of days ago, last Sunday to be exact, at Comerica Park, Jared Weaver was ejected from a game in which he ended up taking a loss. He was served a suspension, 6-game suspension, of which he is appealing, thus allowing him to make this start today. There is a possibility that he drops that appeal, but you're looking for him to go out there and continue the trend that he has set for him this year, and that has been the quality start and giving his team an opportunity to win.
Well, Victor, he's throwing the ball so well this entire season. Started off 6-0, threw the ball very well, had a little bit of a rust spell, then all of a sudden got fired once again. That game in Detroit, he was throwing the ball very well. Made a mistake to Magglio Ordonez. He didn't like the approach he took as far as taking his time around the bases. Of course, Carlos Guillen did something which you're not supposed to do after hitting the home run. Of course, Jurg got a little bit upset about that and threw that pitch up and in. But the reality is Jurg's been throwing the ball so well. He is so competitive. He's the guy you want on the hill each fifth day out there. And, of course, an opportunity to beat Seattle 7-0 in his career against them here at the Big A. So look for him to go back and throw the way we're accustomed to seeing him.
The one thing we've grown accustomed to seeing, too, is the fact that the other guys feed off of Jared Weaver, whether it's guys from the rotation or on the offensive side. He'll be opposed by a former dirtbag himself. Jason Vargas is towing the slab for the Mariners. Let's see if the Angels offense can keep it going here tonight. We're just about ready for baseball. Sit back, relax, lineups at first pitch when we return. Baseball is brought to you by Hyundai. People are talking about Hyundai, uncensored. See what they're saying at mysocalhyundai.com. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Perfect night for baseball here at the Big A. Beautiful crowd expected here. Breakout the Red Week continues. The Angels getting a chance to take on the Seattle Mariners. You look at the scoreboard, if you are scoreboard watching, and there are the standings in the American League West right now. The Angels a game back. Texas currently losing to the Cleveland Indians. That game at the top of the 6th inning down in Arlington. Ubaldo Jimenez, the new acquisition for the Indians, getting the start. Derek Holland, the starter for Texas, was knocked out after an inning and a third. So the Angels with an opportunity once again, as they had earlier this week, with a victory today and a loss by Texas, to tie the Rangers atop the American League West. Let's take a look at the lineup that Eric Wedge and the Seattle Mariners are running out there this evening. Ichiro Suzuki leading things off in right field. Jack Wilson gets the start at shortstop. Dustin Ackley, the rookie second baseman, will bat third. Mike Karp is over at first base. Adam Kennedy, the former Halo, is over at third. Miguel Olivo is doing the catching. Casper Wells, just acquired from the Detroit Tigers a couple of days ago, as the DH. Franklin Gutierrez has struggled all season long. He's in center. And Los Angeles product Trayvon Robinson makes his major league debut as he gets to start in left field, and he will bat ninth, taking on Jared Weaver. That 14-5 record and a 1.88 ERA.
142 punch-outs, too, for Jared, and only 38 walks. ERA 1.88. He's got 4 CGs, 2 shutouts on the season. 7-0, like I mentioned in the opening, against the M's here at the Big A. 12-4 overall against Seattle.
Take a look at the defense behind Jared this evening. You've got Vernon Wells in left, Peter Borges in center, Torrey Hunter is in right. Alberto Callaspo and Eric Ibar on the left side of the infield. Howie Kendrick and Mark Trumbo on the right. Jeff Mathis back behind the plate.
Boy, Jeff Mathis done such a good job catching Jared on a consistent basis. ERA 1.82 for Mathis with Weaver on the hill, so he's been that good. And also has thrown out 41% of would-be base hits with Jared on the hill, so those two have worked exceptionally well this season.
Ichiro Suzuki to lead things off for the Seattle Mariners. They are in last place in the West, 13 games back with a 48-62 record. They've played well at home, even 500 mark there, but they've struggled out on the road, although they've jumped off to a great start in the month of August with a 3-0 record, have the Mariners. Ichiro hits a fastball outside for ball 1. Ichiro hitting .268 with a home run and 27 runs batted in. That pitch again missing inside. And it's 2-0. Callaspo playing in on the grass, guarding against a bunt or potential bunt by Suzuki. This one Luke fouling out of play. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Jared's had a lot of success against Ichiro, throwing curveballs and changeups. Off-speed pitches get him out in front with that pitch. It's very effective, though, Ichiro against Weaver when it comes to the fastball.
2-1. This is a base hit back up the middle. And the Mariners get their leadoff man on board to start this game. We'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Boy, I got to go dip into some Night Ranger for you, Victor. The secret of my success, when you look at Jared Weaver, it's never being able to zone in as a hitter on which pitch he's going to throw against. He's got a great changeup. He's got a very good curveball slider, 2 different type of fastballs. So whatever you think you're going to get from Jared, you just never seem to get that pitch, and that's why he's so effective.
Well, he'll work from the stretch here. 1 batter in as Jack Wilson, the shortstop, steps to the plate. Seeing Jack Wilson, Brendan Ryan getting the majority of the time over at shortstop. Fastball missing down and in. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson hitting .226 with 7 runs batted in. 3 doubles on the year. Ichiro with a pretty good lead, and Weaver will check in on him, and he got him picked off. Ichiro at the last minute almost got caught in between as to whether to go back in standing up or try to slide back in there. And a quick tag by Trumbo. There's the first out.
The 6th pickoff of the season for Jared Weaver. Quick footwork, quick tag by Mark Trumbo gets Ichiro. Instead of diving back, if he dives back, he's going to be safe at first. It's all about the footwork for a pitcher, and that quick throw over. Tag is applied before the foot got on the base. Like quick tag by Trumbo, too.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 4th start for Jared Weaver against Seattle this year. His 22nd overall career start against the M's. That one's on the outside corner. 2-2. C.B. Buckner's the man calling the balls and strikes tonight. Dale Scott, the crew chief, at first. Chris Conroy's at second base, and Jerry Meals over at third. Got him swinging. Down goes Wilson. 2 outs.
There's some gas right down the middle of the plate. Again, if you're a hitter going against Jared, you're up there thinking, okay, he can throw so many different pitches at me. It's a fastball at 92, hard of the plate and by you.
So with 2 outs and nobody on, Dustin Ackley will step to the plate. Swinging and missing on that BP fastball. There's no balls and a strike. Ackley off to a good start in his big league debut here with Seattle. .315 average with 5 home runs and 23 runs batted in. That pitch apparently missed inside. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ackley now playing in his 40th game in the big leagues. Breaking pitch, a big swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Good slow curveball. Ackley out in front. Remember that last time in, he was a guy that liked everything on the inner half of the plate. Turned on a lot of pitches.
Yep.
See if he makes that adjustment. Pitchers are going to make that adjustment against him. Those off-speed pitches away, fastballs away, and then try to throw the fastball in off the plate to keep him honest.
2-2, a wave and a miss. Down goes Ackley. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jared Weaver. We head to the bottom of the first. Ibar, Abreu, and Hunter against Jason Vargas with no score. This evening. This is game number 113 for the Halos. 10 games over 500 at 61 and 51. Eric Ibar leading things off. He'll play shortstop. Bobby Abreu trying to get off to Schneid. He will bat second and serve as a DH. Torrey Hunter's in right field. Vernon Wells, the cleanup hitter, in left. Howie Kendrick at second. Mark Trumbo at first. Alberto Callasco at third base. Peter Borges at center. Jeff Mathis will bat ninth and do the catching, taking on the 28-year-old from Apple Valley, California, by the name of Jason Vargas.
And Jason Vargas is throwing the ball well. The record's not an indication how well he's thrown. He's got a good fastball, 86 to 89, sinks away, but does pitch inside very well. Curveball, slider, changeup, and a cut fastball.
Ibar trying to bunt his way on, bunts it foul. It's no balls and a strike on the Angels shortstop. With 2 for 11 in that series against Minnesota. Hitting .280, 7 home runs and 43 runs batted in. As we pointed out, he has struggled. He continues to struggle, even though he's had a couple of big base hits from the right side of the plate. But overall, it's been a struggle for him as the off-speed pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Eric hitting just .213 from the right side of the plate in 122 at-bats. 13 of his 43 runs batted in have come inside. Pulls this one to third, and playing in is Adam Kennedy. Flips it across the diamond, and there's out number 1. With that defensive play, we'll take a look at the defense for Seattle. Robinson in left, Judy Arrows in center. Suzuki is in right. Kennedy, Wilson, Ackley, and Carp from third to first with Olivo doing the catching.
And Dre'Yon Robinson, a guy that can cover a lot of ground in that left field position. In the minor leagues, had a couple seasons where he had over 40 stolen bases. A guy that can cover some ground. Pretty solid arm. Came over in that three-way trade with the Dodgers, Red Sox, and the Mariners. A guy that could do so many things for the club and get an opportunity now right away to play in the big leagues.
Here's Bobby Abreu, who looks at a fastball for ball 1. Bobby did not play yesterday, had the night off. Hitting .258 with 4 home runs and 42 runs batted in. That caught the outside corner. Bobby hitting just .163 since July the 1st. 0 for 10 in the series against Minnesota. Just unable to get back into the swing of things. Although in that series against Baltimore, he started to drive the ball a little bit better. Saw the home run in Cleveland. Donnie was back. He swings through this one.
In that same game, he hit that home run in Cleveland. He hit 3 other baseballs right on the nose of right field that were caught. He thought he was going to get in one of his patented streaks, but it's still pulling off the baseball, trying to get something on the inner half, and pitchers sensing that and staying away against him.
That's in tight. And a full count. This is the 3rd start for Vargas against the Angels this year. The first one coming on May the 18th. He picked up a victory, striking out 9 in his 7 innings. Took the loss on June the 13th, giving up 5 runs in 7 innings. 3-2, little chopper right back to the pitcher. 2 outs.
Pretty good numbers overall against the Angels in his career. 3-3 with an ERA at 2.64. 1-1 here at the Big A with even better ERA at 2.28.
He's got a 5-game losing streak right now. Dropped games to the A's, the Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Rays in that order. Torrey Hunter with a no ball, 1 strikeout. Torrey hitting .241, 14 home runs and 54 runs batted in. Swings and lines into the alley in right center field. Ichiro giving chase. It's over his head and a 1-hopper off the wall. Torrey on his way to second. That's a 2-out double. But for a moment there, it appeared as if Ichiro had the opportunity to catch that baseball. Instead, he lets it go, plays the 1-hop. The Angels have a man in scoring position.
Tried to turn that pitch over, a little circle changeup, but it was elevated. Torrey hit that well. Yeah, if he looks up, he might have a chance of catching that baseball, but assumed it was going to be off the wall to be able to play it off the hop and make that strong throw to second.
So Vernon Wells steps to the plate with a man in scoring position. The Angels last night 5 for 12 against Minnesota. Situational hitting. Vernon lines one to left field. Robinson right there, almost dead in his tracks, makes the catch. That will end the inning. 1 complete here at the Big A. We have no score. This season, honoring the 50th anniversary of Angels baseball, the left-hander, the original left-hander as far as the Angels are concerned, I would imagine. Frank Tanana throwing out the ceremonial first pitch, kind enough to join us up here in the booth. No score in the top of the second. Nice job, man. Even with the Letterman's jacket on, you decided, you know what, I'm going to show these young pups how it gets done.
I tell you, I got sweaty palms during the national anthem. The stinking ball at gold, and it's slick. I'm like, this could be bad, Mark. You know what I mean? This could be ugly with a jacket on to boot. What?
And it's so cool to wear the jacket, too, don't you think?
Well, it's awesome, but, man, I'm just glad I got it over.
No pine tar?
I got it over. No, I've almost reached down and got me a little, but I couldn't.
How have you been?
I've been great.
What have you been up to lately?
I have really been just doing a lot of ministry work,
yeah.
Victory. Yeah, I trusted Christ in '83 and have just been going all guns for Jesus. So Bible studies and prayer and things like that, and speaking when I can, and getting my competitive juices out in golf. Love to golf, so that's a fun sport.
We've got a lot of guys up here that have done quite a bit of that.
I know, it's a great sport.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Frank, I've always wanted to ask you that transition when you were with the Angels. You were throwing, 95, 98 miles an hour?
105, Mark.
105?
105. The older you get, the faster. 105, baby.
I'm up there about 98 right now myself.
Exactly.
I was just
you
wondering, that transition you made after you hurt your shoulder and then all of a sudden come back and, you had a lot of great years after that. How difficult was that to make that transition from a power guy to a guy to spot the ball and use that great curveball you had?
It was very, very difficult. The old ego gets in the way. You're fine. You'd love striking out guys. That's the best feeling on the mound, when you can blow it by. But as soon as I realized I didn't have the stuff anymore to do that, and I love the job, Victor. It's a great job. I didn't want to leave the job, so how am I going to figure out how to make this work? And just decided where before I threw 80% fastballs, the curveball changed 20%. I said, you know what, Frank, just switch those percentages, throw 80% curveballs, changeups, make that 85 look like 95. You know how pitching is, Mark, and it worked. Yeah. And then getting traded to the Tigers, who were world champs, that always helps too.
You had that good thick infield grass there too to get a ground ball out.
But I was a fly ball pitcher, so that didn't help me a bit, Mark.
I was too. I was a ground ball pitcher. I never got ground balls in that stadium.
Exactly. Go figure.
Not too many people did in that ballpark.
No.
Although Wilcox and Petrie and Jack Morris, they seem to figure it out at some point. I got to ask you too about the advancement of obviously medicine since Tommy John had the surgery, you had your surgery. I mean, how difficult was that road back for you? And you guys back then compared to today, it seems like guys we're hearing Steven Strasburg might start a rehab assignment at some point here in the next couple of weeks.
Well, Victor, I had a bad arm, but I never did get cut on. But I had rotator, shoulder issues, elbow issues, but never got cut on. But I realized, that I just didn't have the stuff, so I had to make that change. But probably what the labrum is what I had. But back in the 70s, they weren't diagnosing it.
Right.
They didn't know what the labrum was. So, but you're right. If today I was pitching and I had labrum issues, no doubt they'd go in and microscopically probably try to fix me up.
Put some ice and take a couple of aspirin and you'll be fine in a couple days.
Well, that was it. It was like, here, just kind of, have some Motrin and go get them, some anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, Frank, we look at like Jerry Weaver and of course, Irvin Santana, that competitive juices you get amongst teammates, you want to do a little bit better. But when you got locked up, your teammates, Nolan Ryan, you both going out there throwing fastballs by guys consistently. Did you guys kind of have a little friendly competition amongst each other?
No doubt. You know how it is, Mark. I mean, if anybody worth their grain of salt is wanting to be the man, you want to be the best and the ace. And having him on the team was just awesome competition for me. I mean, I wanted it. He was as good as he was. And I think we were good for eeach other. I really do.
Now, how about pitching in this ballpark? Obviously, at the time, a little different. You mentioned you being a fly ball pitcher. I mean, at night, this is not a bad place to pitch.
No, it's beautiful. That ocean air, man. You hated day games, but at night you could throw it up there, and from right center to left center, you rarely saw balls go out of the ballpark.
I got to ask you about a guy that played in your era compared to the players today. And I love asking this question because my dad played the same time that you did. Mm-hmm. And he has a different perspective of today's player, better athlete. Which generation has the better athlete? It seems like obviously today with the technology and the advancement of so many different things, guys seem to be in better shape, although they seem to get hurt more often. Did guys get hurt back then the same way they do today? As we get a strike him out, throw him out here, which is the pitcher's best.
Yeah, that's a beauty right there.
But as far as injuries, I mean, how did you guys? And I know it was different. I know I'm getting convoluted.
Yeah,
you guys didn't have a chance to kind of sit on the disabled list for a long time.
No, you really didn't. I think because of the, and around 76 when free agency hit, the bigger money started coming. But I know before then, in particular, with your dad and stuff, there was just no way you sat.
Right.
I mean, there was somebody waiting to take your place. And, now all of a sudden with the money that, the guys are making now, they can afford to sit a little bit, and the longer-term contracts and things like that have changed. But I really don't think, the game is a beautiful game, and the athletes are good. I can't compare one generation from another. I mean, you watch the guys and play and run, and I can just think back to some, great players in my era, and every year I think Mark has them, don't you?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, how was it playing under Sparky Anderson, by the way, there in Detroit?
It was great. Sparky was great. He had 2 rules: be on time and just give me your best. And you will, by the way, be a good teammate. I loved him for that. He had no bad apples on his team, Victor. You were going to play. He said, look, we're family. You're more war together than you are with your family at home. And, he said, look, if you're not good enough, don't worry about it. I'll get you on a team that you can play on because you're not going to play for mine. So you better do well. I loved him. He was great.
He always had that smile, but he always wanted to win.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. He was a competitor. He loved to win.
He seemed like that type of manager, that he was your best friend, but if he needed to kind of get a little spark out of you, hence the name Sparky.
Exactly. Well, honestly, Victor, he was your best friend after you stopped playing for him. I mean, because he was just that intense. And he respected his players. He loved his players, but he never got too warm fuzzy with his players. You know what I'm saying? He got warm and fuzzy after you left, and you'd meet him and things like that. But not while this is going on. He had one goal, and that was to win that game.
Was he the best guy you played for? I mean, you played for some pretty good managers.
You know what? I'd say he was because of the length I played for him, 7.5 years. But and there was another guy I only got to play for him 1 year that I absolutely loved, Ralph Houck. I had Ralph when I was with the Boston Red Sox and loved Ralph. Loved Sparky, too.
Well, Levo's going to fly out here to end the inning. Frank, always a pleasure getting a chance to catch up with
Great
thanks
for having me, Mark.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you, man.
Got 3 on the board.
Hey, there you go.
Second here, we have no score. We have no score, and our thanks again to Frank Tanana for joining us here in the booth. It was a great opportunity to get a chance to catch up with left-handed. Boy, and he could bring it from the left side. That was some serious queso.
But the adjustments he made throughout his career, I remember in spring training one year, and he was down in Lakeland. He was trying to throw that real slow curveball to get guys out in front, but eventually said you couldn't do that. That slow one, he took forever to throw the ball like a Bugs Bunny type cartoon throw. But he was creating a number of pitches, and he competed very, very well.
Kenny Rogers seemed to be a guy that very reminiscent to Tanana, a guy that's very familiar to all of us because he just recently retired, but he was a fireballing left-hander and then all of a sudden evolved into that Bugs Bunny kind of breaking pitch, nibbling on the corners type of guy.
Yeah, I remember when I had my first surgery on my shoulder, that's what everyone said. You're going to try to make that adjustment that Frank Tanana did. I said, well, I won't be able to get people out like Frank did.
Howie Kendrick hitting that one sharply to Jack Wilson. There's out number 1. Fans of 1990s uniforms worn tonight by the Angels are up for auction online right now. Visit the community page on angels.com to bid on authentic hats, helmets, and uniforms. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Angels Foundation. So 1 out here in the second. Here's Mark Trumbo with nobody on base. Mark in the series against Minnesota, 3 for 12, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Takes a strike. Overall, Trumbo hitting .255, 21 home runs, 62 RBIs, 20 doubles, and he's chipped in 1 triple. Oh, 1 from Vargas is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vargas gave up a 2-out double to Torrey Hunter in the first inning. But Torrey was stranded at second base as Wells on the first pitch, flied out to left. One outside, 2 balls and a strike.
And Vargas will try to live on the outside part of the plate, but he's very effective throwing fastballs in too to keep you honest. Very good idea of where he wants to throw the baseball. Backs up that sinking fastball with a changeup here.
2-2. Not afraid to throw it at any point in the count.
That's his out pitch, the changeup, and against lefties and righties. Has given up 13 home runs versus right-handed batters this season, though. 16 total.
Fastball missed inside. That's a heck of a pitch, too. You just look at the reaction by Mark Trumbo. You back up a changeup with a fastball on the inside corner.
Like Frank Tanana said, that fastball at 89 looked about 98 after that changeup at 79, the pitch before.
3-2. Trumbo fouls it over the Mariners dugout. This is the home run he hit last night. 2-strike pitch. Francisco Liriano.
Slider down and in. It didn't quite get down and in. Trumbo 2 3-run home runs in that series versus the Twins.
Another 3-2. He pulls this one down the line. That is a foul ball. Dino Ebel kind of jumped up. That ball looked like it hit the chalk. Ebel is having some words with Jerry Meals. Mike Scioscia's going to come out. I mean, something flew up down there, and we could see it from the booth.
That's right on
the chalk. That is a fair ball. That's a terrible call by Jerry Meals. I mean, how do you not see the white stuff flying up in the air? Then again, Jerry Meals was the guy at the plate in Atlanta in that, 17, 18 inning game?
Against Pittsburgh.
Who blew the call at home plate. Another 3-2. This one off the end of the bat to shallow right field. Going out is Ackley. And Trumbo is on board. But instead of a double, it's a single. And it comes with 1 out here in the second.
That's the thing about Mark Trumbo, his ability to be able to cover a lot of part of the plate. Having some pitches inside. Goes away against him on a changeup. Was up, but still able to get enough of the bat on the ball to be able to fight it in the outfield for a base hit.
One out, 1 on for Alberto Callaspo. 1 for 6 in the series against the Twins, hitting .289. Takes a fastball for a strike. Alberto with 3 home runs and 34 runs batted in. That one missed inside. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Vargas out of Apple Valley High School, went to LSU, transferred to Cypress, and then transferred to Long Beach State. Eventually became a second-round pick by the Florida Marlins. In the 2004 draft, it came over to the Seattle Mariners in a trade with the New York Mets. A pretty big trade back in 2008.
Teammate of Jared there at Long Beach State, but even when he didn't pitch, he was a guy that would DH because he was a very good hitter.
Mike Karp, the Mariners' first baseman, also part of that deal with the Mets. A little hit and run action. Trumbo will reach second as Callasco is thrown out for out number 2. Second time tonight, the Angels have a man in scoring position. With 2 outs, Peter Borges will get the opportunity. Peter starting to get that swing back. Went 5 for 10 against the Twins. 270 overall, 4 home runs and 23 runs batted in.
He had a home run, also 2 RBIs in that series against the Twins. We noticed that at the end of the road trip, starting to hit the ball well. And he talks about short, compact swing, not getting long on the swing, short on the stride.
Ahead of the count of 1 ball, no strikes. The outfield pretty much straight around against Borges. Adam Kennedy playing back behind the bag at third. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Texas has finally knocked out Ubaldo Jimenez, making his American League debut for the Cleveland Indians. Indians still on top 7-5 that game in the 7th. Down at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Trumbo with a big lead at second base. It's down in the dirt. Three balls and no strikes with Mathis on deck.
Well, there's no guarantee with an open base they're going to throw him a fastball here too. See by a changeup, sinker. Some challenge the strike zone yet against Peter Borges.
Peter letting it fly on 3-0. Fouls it straight back, 3 balls and a strike.
Boy, I like that. Mike Scioscia showing confidence in Peter Borges to know the strike zone, know which pitch he can hit hard, not expand the zone on a 3-0 pitch. That's what you want. And Scioscia is very good as far as allowing his hitters to have that confidence to attack a 3-0 pitch if it's in an area they can hit and drive.
3-1. Borges lifts him in the air to shallow left center. Jack Wilson's going out. Calls off Robinson. He'll make the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit. The Angels leave a man in scoring position. 2 complete here at the Big A. We have no score. Top of the third here at the Big A. We want to wish a very happy birthday to Daniel Means, who turns 2 years of age today. Angel fan, makes his home with his mom and dad in Vancouver, Washington.
An Angel fan.
Yeah, yes. So happy second birthday to Daniel Means. Jared Weaver delivers a strike to start this third inning against Casper Wells. Wells serving as the DH, hitting .273, 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Recently acquired from the Detroit Tigers. Part of the Doug Fister, David Pauly trade. Charlie Furbush also coming over in that deal. Boy, good breaking pitch by Weaver. Down goes Wells. There's out number one. Fourth strikeout already for Jared Weaver.
And Jared's had real good command of his slider and his curveball already in this game. A sharp breaking ball. Slider. Perfect location. You see a batter swing at that pitch, the pitch before. You can expand his zone a little bit more, and that's what he's able to do to get his fourth punch out.
That's the first time he's retired the leadoff man. The other two guys picking up leadoff singles. Franklin takes a strike on the outside corner. Gutierrez hitting .199 with a home run, 11 runs batted in. Just has not been able to get it going after starting the season on the disabled list. As he pulls this one foul down the left field line. Snowballs, 2 strikes.
And I get a chance to maybe bounce a breaking pitch here or go up the ladder against Gutierrez.
Got him with a fastball. Down he goes for out number 2. Gutierrez spending time on the disabled list until he made his debut against the Angels back on May the 18th.
Well, 0-2 Mathis. We talked about him in the beginning, how well these two are working together as far as a battery mate. Wanted that fastball up, has the glove there, and Jared hits that exact spot for a punch out.
So 2 outs. Nobody on for Trayvon Robinson. Picked up that 3-team deal. The Mariners, the Red Sox, and the Dodgers. Robinson takes a strike. 10th round pick by the Dodgers in 2005. Spent bulk of the season at AAA Albuquerque, where he hit .293 with 26 home runs, 71 runs batted in. He's had some ABs at AAA Tacoma, affiliate of the Mariners. And if you're Seattle, I was having this conversation with Mike Blowers, their analyst on the TV side before the game. It's been a tough stretch for them this year. But at the very least, unlike last year, they've got a ton of young players that they get a chance to watch right now for the last 2 months. There's some excitement because Dustin Ackley looks like he's going to be a big league hitter. Mike Karp starting to settle in a little bit. Justin Smoke has struggled, but he's a guy that's got some upside. You pick up a young man like Trayvon Robinson, Carlos Piguero. That's just the offensive guys, just to name a few, to go along with
finally some
Michael
guys
Pineda.
Some guys who can swing the bat for him.
Fastball got him looking, and Jared Weaver has just struck out the side. He's got 6 punch outs through 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. score. I can't tell which one's Ichiro. Must be the guy that's out in the field as opposed to the one in the stands.
I think he's a big fan, though, don't you think?
Yeah. He's got the full uni on. I asked Mike Blowers during the commercial break if that was the same guy that was up at Safeco Field. Did you see the highlights that they keep playing on ESPN?
No.
Similar type of situation. Young man dressed up in the Ichiro costume. There's a ball hit down the line. I think Ackley hit it down the first base line. He reaches over the railing, picks up the baseball. It's a live ball. Ackley probably would have gotten to third base.
So
his reaction was priceless once he found out that he'd just done that. That's when you know you've arrived, when you get people dressed like you going to the ballpark.
And why would you not?
Yeah. Especially if you kind of look like them. 9-1-2 for the Angels here in the third. Nobody ever dressed up with a mullet in Kansas City for you.
Billy Ray.
Driving the IROC. Parachute pants, tank top. No.
Yeah, just a few.
3-1 pitch. Mathis hits one in the air to left. Robinson comes in, now moves back. Makes the catch, and there is out number one. And the Angels Wives will host the Angels for Animals event in association with the OC Animal Care Center tomorrow at 4 p.m. under the big hats. Mystery bags and raffle tickets will be available for sale for autographed baseballs and memorabilia. Fans who receive a VIP pass in their mystery bag will get a VIP experience with select Angels. For more information on this great cause, visit angels.com/
Still can't stop thinking about all those cool dudes dressed like me at the ballpark, can you?
Oh, yeah. Ibar chopping this one towards short. Wilson has it. Strong throw, and Eric is retired for the second time tonight, both via the ground ball. Two very quick outs for Jason Vargas. We'll bring up Bobby Abreu.
Jack Wilson's always had that good glove in that shortstop position. He's had to play some thirds, play some second for Seattle, but a guy with a very strong arm from that position. Southern California native from Thousand Oaks.
Bobby looks at a strike on the inside corner. Abreu hit a tapper back to Vargas in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. On the outside corner, and it's snowballs and 2 strikes. Remember earlier this year, Bobby got off to a good start hitting against left-handed pitching. As a matter of fact, had better numbers early on against lefties than he did against righties. Now hitting just .254. That one just missed off the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. With men in scoring position, Bobby's been pretty good this year. .291 average. Just cannot get it going offensively over the last month plus.
Certainly when you look at his stats with just the 4 home runs and 42 RBI, you're not used to seeing that. Bobby Abreu, you're looking at 15 home runs, generally 80 plus RBI. Does have 15 stolen bases on the season.
That's down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bobby got going in May, hit .291 in the month of May, hit .325 in the month of June. But all of a sudden just kind of fell off the face of the earth. 179 in July. Abruptly, too. I mean, just out of nowhere. It's not like you saw some horrible swings from him or got into some bad habits. He started to chase pitches, and that tends to happen to most hitters when they start to struggle. They expand their own strike zone.
Guess a lot, too, especially when you become a little older player where the pitcher's going to throw the pitch to you. Try to have a better chance of getting that bat through the zone.
Fouls this one back.
As you get a little older, you know, obviously you have their number of swings, the number of games, the bat slows down enough, so you're going to be up there guessing, trying to think inner half of the plate, get the bat head out quicker to make more consistent contact. Or if it's away, you guess away, let your hands drift through the zone a little bit later to hit it the other way.
Abreu takes a walk. Jerry Meal says he did not go. And it's a 2-out, 3 pass issued by Vargas, the first of this game.
He was able to hold that bat, but I thought the pitch was closer to being a strike than it was the swing itself. Bobby, the reputation of the guy that has a real good eye at the plate, got the benefit of the doubt.
1,409 walks now in his career. He's on board for Torrey Hunter. Doubled out to the alley in right center field, his first time up. Swings and hits one in the air down the left field line. Robinson giving chase at the warning track, reaches up, goes into the stands and makes an unbelievable catch. Trayvon Robinson robs Torrey Hunter of a 2-run home run. A fantastic catch by the rookie left fielder, and the inning comes to an end. 3 in the books. We have no score. To end the bottom of the 3rd inning. What a catch, had a long way to go, got into that corner, just went in there and got it.
I mean, how far he had to go to get that baseball, jump into the stands when you have fans reaching up to try to make that play in the opposing team's ballpark to make that catch. Fantastic.
So it remains a scoreless tie as we start the 4th. Top of the order for the Mariners, Ichiro, Jack Wilson, Dustin Ackley.
Torrey looking okay. I've done that a number of times.
Down to the right side, Trumbo bobbles it. Nope, he's got it. I'm not sure Mark realized he had the ball in his glove, and that cost the Angels an out.
Especially because Jarrett was there in position to be able to take the feed from Trumbo.
Number 2, shortstop, Jack Wilson.
He thought maybe it wasn't in his glove.
Yeah.
Still pretty close play at first base also.
Ichiro awarded a base hit, his 2nd hit of the game. Brings up Jack Wilson. Kayaspo in on the grass. Wilson showing bunt. Mathis bobbles the baseball for a second, and Ichiro remains at first. Wilson, a strikeout victim in the first. One of 6 punch-outs for Weaver so far. Jared now has allowed 3 hits, all 3 singles.
Ichiro 28 stolen bases on the season. Jared picked him off in the first inning. A pretty good sized lead here.
Wilson fouls it off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jack Wilson, the shortstop. Mariners, all season long, have pitched well. The offense has been a completely different story. The Mariners pitching staff with the 4th best ERA in the American League. But the starters in the bullpen have been pretty good. Quick throw to first, and Ichiro's back. The offense, however, coming into tonight's game, just hitting .228 as a team. That's worse in the American League. And that's where they rank in runs, slugging, and on base percentage. .28 stolen bases for Ichiro Suzuki. Let's take a look at Eric Wedge, the skipper. Trying to figure things out, but at least, as we just pointed out last inning, light at the end of the tunnel. Some of the young offensive players that they have here in the big leagues in the next couple of months. Breaking pitch. There's 2 balls and a strike.
What an account right now, you might see Seattle put on a hit and run. Jack Wilson can handle the bat pretty well, or making contact, hit the ball into the ground.
Swing and a miss. Took something off the fastball. It's 2-2. Jarrett in that start against the Tigers. There were 3 runs on 4 hits and 6 in the 3rd. Striking out 8 and walking 1 before being ejected. 2-2. Wilson looked like he went around. He did. And there's out number 1. We'll take a look at our AT&T trivia question since we are in the top of the 4th inning tonight. We posed this question. Jared Weaver leads the American League in ERA. Who are the only 3 Angels ever to lead over a full season? Great question.
Yes. I believe my favorite all-time pitcher is in there.
Frank Tanana?
Yes.
Ackley takes a breaking ball for his strike. Ackley's 0 for 1 with a punch out. Jack Lazorca?
Could be. Certainly wasn't going to get anything by him at the mound, that's for sure. He was the best fielding pitcher I've ever seen.
Ichiro still over at first base with a pretty good lead. The 0-1 pitch. Ackley lifts this one in the air to shallow left. Ibar going out. Wells calls him off. 2 outs.
Well, Ackley has done a nice job so far hitting, coming into the game at .315, but he looks like he's a guy that is geared for the fastball. He starts drifting forward with his hands through the zone. If you can change speeds against him, it should be an effective pitch, whether it's a changeup or a curveball.
Ichiro is able to get away with that type of move because he's able to keep the hands back and will take his knocks to left field. We've seen Ackley do that. Early on when he first got called up and the Angels faced him, we saw him hit some line drives out the left field, but not in this game. Quick throw over there and Ichiro back.
Yeah, I think he has a chance on a fastball that way. Right. To keep his hands through, but he starts drifting forward and the hands start going forward because of the speed differential. It's tough for him to be able to stay back long enough. And he'll make that adjustment. He's a young hitter. As you can tell already in the major league level, he's going to hit.
Mike Carp swings and misses on the changeup. It's no balls and a strike on the Mariner first baseman. Carp 1 for 1. He had a base hit leading off the second. He's thrown out in that strike him out, throw him out double play in that second inning. Already one unbelievable defensive play for Seattle, robbing Torrey Hunter of a would-be home run. Trayvon Robinson until the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Angels have had 2 men in scoring position, have not been able to capitalize. Both of those instances, though, with 2 outs. Although the one in the second inning, kind of interesting in that Mark Trumbo was not given a double on a blown call by Jerry Meals. That would have come with 1 out and the man in scoring position. You would have had 2 opportunities to drive him home. Instead, Trumbo got a single. Kayaspo grounded out and Borges popped out.
Had some chances.
Yeah. But Vargas, as he tends to do against the Angels, for the most part, off balance, working both sides of the plate.
That's exactly right. Both sides of the plate for him. Speaking of that, right now I would think Jared might throw a changeup here. Into the fastball. He's going to go back in with that fastball inside right now. Harp 3 for 7 in his career against Jared. He's done a nice job as far as hitting the ball back up the middle to left center field on the fastball.
Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carp. That is strikeout number 8 for Jared Weaver. Leadoff single remains at first. In the bottom of the 4th, scoreless. California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to 4. And buy Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Bottom of the 4th inning, we have no score. Jason Vargas back out on the mound. No strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed for the left-hander. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 for the Angels. Wells, Kendrick, and Trumbo. Vernon saw 1 pitch in his first inning at bat. Lined out to Robinson in left field.
Well, it's 2 for 8 against Vargas in his career, but 2 of those hits have both left the building. 2 home runs against him.
Takes a fastball right down the pipe to even the count. Mariners no runs, 3 hits. They've stranded 1 man on base. The Angels no runs, 2 hits. The Halos have left 3. This one fouled off to the right. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wells lifts this one in the air to the left side of the infield. Adam Kennedy is under it. 1 out. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. Which 3 Angel pitchers led the American League ERA? Dean Chance, Frank Tanana, John Lamb.
Dean Chance. That 1964 season was pretty magical for him.
Howie Kendrick takes a strike. Howie 0 for 1. He grounded out sharply to Jack Wilson leading off the second. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Mentioned Vargas originally in the Florida Marlins organization. Is how he grounds this one into left field. A base hit. Looked like Jack Wilson was jumping to his right. Kind of caught in between. I don't know, defensive alignment or what, but that was kind of an odd. Maybe he was guessing with the pitch.
I think so. A lot of times, shortstops will look in and guess where the ball has a potential of being hit. He was moving around thinking it was going to be hitting in the hole. Instead, back up the middle.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to make that play anyhow with Howie's speed, but still may have been in position to be able to glove the baseball at least.
Looked like a goalie in penalty kick. Didn't know which way to go.
He's going to take a shot at it.
Mark Trumbo takes downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Trumbo with a base hit to right field in the second inning.
Cal Ripken did that a lot too. Looked in anticipation what the type of pitch was going to be, whether it's a changeup, fastball.
Wasn't it alleged that Cal was actually calling the pitches?
Allegedly.
1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So I would imagine he would have some sort of an idea of what was coming without having to look in.
And that's why he was able to be in good position to make the play. Change up. Hey, I'm going to be in the hole a little bit more. Fastball, I'm going up the middle.
Two-0 pitch. Takes a strike, 2-1. Halos have had at least 1 base runner in each of the first 4 innings. 3 singles and 1 walk. Quick glance over to Kendrick. Able to get back in there.
Vargas with 2 pickoffs this season, but not necessarily known to have a great pickoff move. The first base has allowed 13 stolen bases and 17 attempts against him. Fields his position well, but not above average move to first base.
Seems like the Mariners perhaps anticipating a possible hit and run, trying to keep Howie as close to the bag as possible.
The normal count for that 2-1 with 1 out. Anticipate a fastball. Better opportunity to be able to hit that ball on the ground with a fastball.
This one fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dare I say he was on that changeup. 79 miles per hour down and away from him.
A lot of times he'll back that changeup up with a fastball in. And go right back outside with an all-speed pitch.
2-2. Trumbo takes what's given to him and serves it into right field. Second hit of the game for Mark Trumbo. The Angels with multiple base runners for the first time tonight. With 1 out here in the 4th brings up Alberto Callasco.
The reason why you can make that type of swing on that when you have a changeup away, you've tracked the outer half of the plate. Even though that wasn't a bad pitch, it was up high enough that he's able to keep his hands through and hit that ball to right field. That's why you think in terms of, at times, throw that fastball in, you can straighten up the hitter because he's looking away on you.
Well, here's Alberto Callasco, and these are the situations in which Alberto has struggled in with men in scoring position. 0 for 1 with a ground ball to short. Alberto, since June 1st, a total of 7 runs batted in. The bulk of his RBIs, 19 coming back in the month of May. An opportunity to put the Angels up here early.
Boy, and getting back to Trumbo's swing, he was able to keep his head so level and his hands back on the pitch, he's elevated. That breakdown the other day, that home run he hit in center field, same type of pitch, up, level head as far as not a lot of movement, kept his hands through that baseball and drove it out.
This one looped on the first base side. Carp will run out of room. No balls, 2 strikes. Howie Kendrick with a base hit, stands at second. Trumbo with a single, stands at first. One out here in the fourth. Takes down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alberto fouls this one off to the right. One, two, lays off the off speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peter Bourjos on deck. Alberto batting at the 7th spot tonight after being in the 2-hole last night. 2-2. This one fouled down the right field line and out of play.
Thinking about Vargas, he's never going to give in, so Callaspo's got to try to keep his hands level, trying to get underneath those pitches, change his speed so well, both sides of the plate, keep the bat level and hit it on the line.
Olivo setting up inside. A couple of glances back to Howie. Alberto lifts this one in the air to left. Robinson is there. 2 outs. Kids on Sunday, SpongeBob and Dora the Explorer will be at the Big A when the Angels host the Mariners at 12:35. Kids will receive a SpongeBob shirt courtesy of Nickelodeon while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or at angels.com. So Callaspo with a lazy fly ball to left field for the second out. That'll bring up Peter Bourjos with 2 men on. Anxiously anticipating the Nickelodeon Sunday here at the Big A. Yep. Bourjos takes upstairs. The kid was getting ready to bust into the cotton candy. 4th inning already.
Yeah, you got to do that at the baseball game.
Yeah. Heater popped out.
So good for you.
To Jack Wilson to end the second. She's 0 for 1. Cues this one off the end of the bat foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. The palate of nutrition. Two balls and a strike. Vargas has just thrown his 69th pitch so far. No strikeouts and a walk. He's allowed 4 hits. But I like from him the fact that not an overpowering guy, although he could sneak that fastball by you. Boxing. He's not afraid. Doesn't get rattled a whole lot. Doesn't change the game plan. Bourjos takes inside. It's 3-1. But did that hit him? It did hit him apparently. Peter Bourjos basically told C.B. Buckner that that ball hit me as he just kept running up the first base line. I thought for a moment Bourjos thought it was ball 4.
It's up around the jersey. It's up and in. You mentioned the fact that he will go up and in. Well, he tried to turn into the pitch.
Well, if he didn't get hit, he sold it. Kendrick at third, Trumbo at second, Bourjos at first, and Jeff Mathis at the plate. Mathis a fly ball to left field, his first time up, swings through the off speed. It is 0-1.
7th time this season Bourjos has been hit by a pitch.
Vargas getting ready to throw his 25th pitch of the fourth inning. Deal one. Off the end of the bat, 0-2. .81 miles per hour and then 78 miles per hour. Back-to-back change pieces.
Although after you hit a batter time before on the fastball inside, you may be leery about going back inside with the fastball. So if you're Mathis, you got to look away.
Fouled straight back. Count remains at 0-2. Nice battle between the former college teammates, Jared Weaver and Jason Vargas so far. Weaver with 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. 3 hits allowed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The game in Texas is now in the top of the 9th. Weaver still clinging to a 7-5 lead over Texas. Here's the 1-2. Mathis fouls it back.
Boy, Vargas got away with that pitch. Mathis straight back on that. Tried to go to the outside corner, tried to back it up with a slider. Made a mistake, got a lot of the plate.
So if Jeff could get a ball into the alley, easily clearing the bases.
You see how far Olivo was setting up off the outside corner to catch that slider.
Time is called. Vargas was getting ready to start that windup. Here's the 1-2. Mathis off the end of the bat, fouls it off to the right. And Jeff continuing to be geared up for that fastball. Just out in front of it. Got him looking on the outside corner. The Angels will leave him loaded. 4 in the books. We have no score. The Boston Red Sox at a showdown between 2 of the most bitter rivals in all of sports, in case you weren't aware of that. Tomorrow's telecast of Fox Saturday Baseball begins at 1 p.m. Pacific only on Fox. At least that's what we're told.
They don't like each other?
Allegedly.
Yankees beat the Red Sox tonight. The lead now.
Adam Kennedy rolling that first pitch foul up the first base line. Start this fifth inning. No balls in a strike. Former Angel getting the start over at third base. Sean Fager's on the disabled list with the hip flexor issue. Kennedy 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Jared a little frustrated with himself, missing on that pitch. It's 2-1. The only inning in which Weaver did not get multiple strikeouts in was that second inning. Kennedy lines one into center field. It's a leadoff base hit.
Kennedy with that uppercut swing, fastball down, right back up the middle.
Yeah, you're almost doing him a favor going down in that zone.
Especially out where he can get his arms extended like that.
So leadoff man on board. Fourth time first 5 innings for Seattle. There's Miguel Olivo, hit a fly ball to left field his first time up. Takes down low. Olivo came in batting .218, but drive the ball out of the ballpark. 14 home runs this year. 23 with Kansas City in 09. Two balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Olivo grounds one toward third. Callaspo feeds Howie Kendrick. Wheeler to first in time. A double play. Second turn by the Angels. The other coming in a strikeout throw-em-out situation. 2 outs.
That's something the Mariners don't do a whole lot of as far as hitting the double plays. Only 52 coming into the game, and 5-4-3 double play there, which is the least amount of double plays they've hit into in the American League. Part of it is the fact they didn't have many guys on base the way they've been hitting the baseball this year.
Conversely, the Angels have rolled into 98 double plays.
Good turn, though, by Callaspo on that ground ball.
Got rid of it quickly. Here's Casper Wells. Swinging first pitch, fouls one just below our booth. No balls in the strike. Wells a strikeout victim in the third. So 3 breaking pitches from Weaver. This one fouled back over the screen. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
Now, if you're Jared, you got a couple options. And Wells is aware of that breaking pitch because he struck him out. You mentioned that earlier in his first at bat, but you also, because he's going to be protected against that pitch down the way, you can go up the ladder with a fastball.
One ball, 2 strikes. Just missed off the plate. That's a one pitch tonight that Jared's just been missing in. The one outside to righties or on the inside corner to lefties.
They're just about a baseball off the outside corner.
2-2. Got him to swing at that breaking pitch. Mark Trumbo near the bag. Makes the catch. That will end the inning. No runs, a hit. Nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still with no score. Planet, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's bottom of the fifth. The Angels have the top of their order coming up. Jared Weaver, just in case he doesn't like the pitching thing, making sure he likes the catching thing, perhaps, or wanting to get a perspective of what it looks like for a catcher. Eric Ibar tries to bunt his way on. A very good bunt. Mike Carp tags him out. Ibar 0 for 3 tonight.
Put that catching mask down. It's a tough position to play. Good idea. You don't want to do that.
5 innings, 4 hits, 8 punch outs, 67 pitches so far. There's Bobby Abreu. 0 for 1. Did draw a walk, the only one issued by Vargas. He's also picked up a strikeout, the big one for Seattle. Got Jeff Mathis looking with the bases loaded and 2 outs to end the fourth. The Halos tonight 0 for 4 with men in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike. Michael Young has just homered with 2 outs in the 9th inning to tie the game at 7 in Texas. Chris Perez, the closer for Cleveland, blowing a save. Got the first 2 guys out. Hamilton with a base hit, then Michael Young with a home run.
And that Texas offense so different when they're back at home.
Bobby lining one to center field. Gutierrez comes in and makes the catch. Squared up, but it's a second out. Torrey Hunter's coming up. This would happen back in the 3rd. When we thought it was going to be a 2-0 Angels lead.
Well, what a play by Robinson in left field to be able to not only track that baseball from a long distance, but go into the stands and make that play.
Torrey now knows how Barry Bonds felt in the 2002 All-Star game at Miller Park. But back then it was just an exhibition. Didn't really count.
No. Torrey told me a number of times he liked robbing batters of home runs more so than when he hit a home run. Although I don't believe that in general, but he said that, so I'm going to go along with it.
You're buying into it?
Yeah, well, see, I like defense. It was a nice defensive play by Robinson in left field.
Torrey headed the count at 3 balls and no strikes. Vernon Wells on deck. Check swing foul, 3-1. Nelson Cruz struck out the end of the 9th, so they're playing extra innings in Texas. That game tied at 7. Here's a 3-1. Torrey bolts one out toward left field. Robinson got turned around, not going to get this one. It goes off the fence. Hunter on his way to second with his second double of the game.
Well, Torrey's starting to really square the baseball up. 6 for 11, including a home run, 3 RBI in that Minnesota series. 2 doubles tonight. Should have had a home run in his second at bat. Good leverage through that swing. Torrey off the wall and away from Robinson as he gets into second base, scoring position once again.
Yet another man in scoring position for the Angels. Vernon at the plate. He's hit a fly ball to left and he's popped out to third. 0 for 2. Popped up. First pitch swinging. Ackley, the second baseman, will put it away. The Angels leave a man in scoring position. 5 in the books. No score.
Coors Light freeze can. Corey Hunter thinking he has a 2-run home run. The Trayvon Robinson backs to the wall, leaps up, takes away a souvenir and a home run away from the Halos. Going into the stands, making a great play, going back and getting his hat, and giving away that souvenir eventually. That was our Coors Light freeze can, brought to you by Cross Blue Coors Light.
Fair trade, I guess. I'll take my hat back for the ball.
Well, he could have let the baseball go into the stands, though, originally.
Yeah, he could have.
Would have been a real nice guy.
Absolutely. Jared Weaver delivers ball 1 to Franklin Gutierrez, the center fielder. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Mariners. Gutierrez, Robinson, Ichiro. 8 punch outs for Weaver, no walks. 4 hits allowed. The Angels on the offensive side have left 7 men on base. Now, that being said, the Angels haven't helped their own cause because a lot of the guys that they have had on base have been with 2 outs, or so it seems. This one bounced back toward the middle, hit the mound. That might help Ibar. Quick throw to first, dugout by Trumbo. There's out number 1. Well, Eric didn't have a whole lot on that throw, but the minute that baseball hit the side of the mound, it kind of helped everything out.
Yeah, he was able to slow it down just enough to be able to cover that ground because he's playing well in the hole there at shortstop. It hits the mound, slows down enough for Ibar to stay down on the hop and still able to make a good enough throw to get it over the Trumbo, who makes a nice scoop over at first base to get Gutierrez, who runs very well himself. Boy, Ibar's just made so many fantastic plays this season.
Leadoff man retired. Here's Trayvon Robinson. Struck out looking his first time up. Swinging here, and he fouls it. No balls and 1 strike. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike here on Robinson. The 1-1 on the inside corner, 1 and 2. The key to that 3-team deal between Boston, Seattle, and the Dodgers was essentially Eric Bedard, the left-handed starter, going from Seattle to the Red Sox. Bedard making his start and debut for Boston yesterday. This one bounced foul, but everyone loved the fact that the Mariners were able to squeeze out Robinson from the Dodger system.
The Dodgers wanting a catcher to help out in their minor league system at some point, a guy that they feel that could help them up at the major league level. Well, Robinson's a guy with a lot of speed, has a pop in the bat.
Lines this one to left field. He's got his first major league hit, going the opposite way with 1 out here in the 6th. Robinson collects his first major league hit. He's on board. You got to pay attention to him with very good speed. Although only 9 stolen bases this year, he's been caught 6 times overall in the minor leagues. This is a guy that's been in the low 40s a couple of times in his minor league career as far as bags stolen.
Yeah, he was batting up at the leadoff position early in his career in the minor leagues, but hitting in the 5th spot this year in AAA, more of a power run-producing spot. Certainly did that as far as the power numbers.
Ichiro takes the curveball for a strike. Suzuki's been on board twice. 2 singles, although the one that occurred in the 4th inning in the infield variety. Mark Trumbo didn't realize that the ball had gone into his glove. A foot race that Ichiro won. Vernon Wells very shallow in left. Borges shallow in center. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw over there. Robinson diving back in. Snap throw to first, and a quick tag by Trumbo. And just getting in ahead of the tag. Ichiro now with a 2-1 count.
With fastball in, design play, quick throw by Mathis. Robinson barely gets his hand in before Trumbo applies the tag. Just knocked his hand off the base with that tag.
Both teams with 5 hits tonight. The Mariners have had a base run on it in 5 of the 6 innings so far tonight. Robinson takes off. The pitch is lifted foul and out of play.
Robinson going on the pitch. Going to pop up, but Eric Aybar just pretended that ball was popped up in the infield, and Robinson stopped and turned and went back the other way. Are so good at these type of plays. Robinson looking up, and it looks at Aybar looking up. It's a pop up in the infield. Robinson going back to the base.
2-2. Swinging a ground ball toward the right side. Kendrick has it. Gets Robinson at second base. Aybar pointing to the bag as if to say Robinson could not reach back and touch the base. A nice play by Howie Kendrick, getting that lead runner 2 outs.
A very good play by Howie. Good range. Glove side, spin around, throw to Aybar. Better view right here as Robinson goes in to take out Aybar to prevent the double play.
They can still touch the base.
Yeah, still close enough to be able to touch the base.
So 2 outs, Ichiro at first. Here's Jack Wilson. 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs. Fouls this one back just below us. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wilson grounds this one toward third. Callaspo has it. That'll end the inning. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left out. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. We are still scoreless.
Pollo Loco's two-piece leg and thigh combo with 2 small classic sides and a drink for $5. El Pollo Loco, feel the excellence. And by Time Warner Cable.
Jason Vargas has thrown 88 pitches for the Seattle Mariners as we start at the bottom of the 6th inning with no score. He's made the key pitches when he has needed to. The Halos having left 7 men on base. Facing Howie Kendrick to lead off the 6th inning. Howie had a base hit his last time up. 1 for 2 game. That was the inning in which the Angels loaded him up with 2 outs. Jeff Mathis struck out looking. Tries to bunt, pushes it on the third base side. Vargas has it go off his glove. That's an infield base hit.
Now it's time for a Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Mark Trumbo last night in the 3rd inning against Francisco Liriano. Hits that one in the 2nd tier of the bullpens for his 21st home run of the season and 62nd RBI. 2 3-run home runs in that series against the Minnesota Twins.
So Kendrick on board at first. Mark Trumbo with 2 singles tonight steps in. Takes the off-speed pitch down and in. Trumbo trying to turn in that inside fastball. Has the count evened up on him now. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're at the bottom of the 10th in Texas. That game still tied at 7-7. Quick throw over to first base, and Howie's back. Not a very big lead for Kendrick at first base.
Howie 11 stolen bases on the season.
One pitch at Trumbo. Swinging through the off-speed pitch. 1-2.
Look at that Vargas, though, against right-handed batters. He'll throw the changeup inside and away.
Yeah.
I don't see many left-handed pitchers will throw that changeup down and into a right-handed batter. They try to stay away.
And he got him with another one. 1 out. 2nd strikeout for Vargas. Brings up Callaspo. Fans, the Angels take on the Texas Rangers on August 16th. Fans in attendance will receive a 50th anniversary mug courtesy of Wiener Schnitzel while supplies last. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. Pink lemonade is one of those things you could put in that mug.
No doubt.
Callaspo tonight gets grounded to short, hit a fly ball to left. 0 for 2.
Still waiting for the Angels to put on a hit and run here at some point.
Yeah. It's the first time the Angels have gotten their leadoff man on board. The Kendrick bunt base hit. 1 ball, no strikes on Alberto. The pitch down starting to creep upward now on Vargas at 95. But certainly not a taxing 95 pitches. It's the beauty of baseball, the randomness of the gnome bobblehead. It's one of the giveaways coming up here. Callaspo pulls one foul down the line. It's out of play.
Just letting his presence be known.
Yeah. Vargas threw, I should say, 113 pitches his last time out.
Vargas was the guy last year they were always concerned with pitch count. 7-inning guy. He has 4 complete games this year, including 3 shutouts.
Yeah. Last year's first full season as far as a starter and a rotation with 9-12 with a 3.78 ERA. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, if you ever thought this would be the time to put the hit and run on now with a 2-1 count. 1 out. Trusting that Callaspo will be able to make contact. How he runs well.
Two balls, 2 strikes. That game in Texas and this one, the only ones that are still going on in the American League. Everything else a final. Toronto beating Baltimore. Tampa Bay defeating Oakland. The Yankees over Boston. The Tigers defeating Kansas City. And the White Sox beat Minnesota at Target Field. The game of Texas ramifications both in the American League West as well as the Central. A loss by Cleveland would drop them to 4 back in the Central. Chicago remains 6.5 back. Minnesota now 9 back. 2-2. That is pulled into left field at base hit. Callaspo with a 1-out single. Puts 2 on with 1 away, and Peter Bourjos coming up.
Vargas going to try to go right back inside. And this time, Callaspo was able to get the bat hit through quickly. Get that ball by Adam Kennedy at third base for a base hit in the left field. It had to freeze Howie initially just in case the ball could have been caught. That's why you only see him at second base.
So Kendrick at second, Callaspo at first. Here's Peter Bourjos, 0 for 1. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. Bourjos lays off, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like the Mariners getting ready to crank some arms up in the bullpen. Really starting to stretch out. It's actually someone up already and starting to loosen. Looks like perhaps Aaron Laffey is the left-hander, the lone left-hander in the pen. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bourjos.
Boy, good swing by Bourjos in that one. To spot the fastball. Bourjos was all over that pitch.
One ball, 1 strike on Bourjos. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Howie Kendrick had a bunt single to lead off the frame. Trumbo, a strikeout. And Callaspo with a base at the left. Runners at first and second. 1-2. Bourjos chasing an off-speed pitch, a little bit up and away from him. A big alley at left center field. Gutierrez playing straight up in center, but Robinson playing Bourjos to pull in left field. The 1-2 lays off that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Vargas seems content to make Peter Bourjos swinging a pitch out of the strike zone. Fastballs up, change-ups away, breaking pitches in the dirt.
Mathis on deck. Ibar to follow if we get that far. The 2-2 from Vargas. Down low, a full count.
I wonder if Mike Scioscia is going to have him going here. 3-2 with 1 out. no contact is made, you might see Olivo throw to second base instead of third. If both of them are going to be going.
And Ackley shading up the middle. The runners go. This one's fouled back over the screen. Reset and do it again. Full count. Laffey's ready to go in the pen. 105 pitches by Vargas. Runners go again. Borges breaks his back. Grounded over to Wilson at short. Quick play, and Borges is thrown out for the second out.
That was some kind of play by Jack Wilson. Not only had to field that ball, he had to throw to first base that quickly with that type of arm. Especially with the bat involved there too. And Vargas gets in Borges' kitchen, a ground ball, has to make a quick throw, just barely gets Borges at first base. As the bat goes by, potential distraction for him, but a strong throw gets him.
So Jeff Mathis, who struck out with the bases loaded in the fourth to end that inning, steps up with 2 outs and 2 on, second and third. And a scoreless tie here in the sixth. Lays off the off-speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Jeff 0 for 2. A fly ball to left and a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Vargas, 1 walk, 7 hits allowed. Inside 2-0. Halos 0 for 6 with men in scoring position tonight. Two and one.
A cut fastball, 85 miles an hour.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Kendrick at third, Callaspo at second. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Mathis goes down swinging. The Angels again leave 2 men on in scoring position. 6 in the book, still scoreless. Halos. Jared Weaver to face 3, 4, and 5. Ackley, Karp, and Kennedy. Here in the 7th inning, Jared's only thrown 82 pitches so far. Ackley's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to left. Jed Manley's second overall pick, 2009. The Seattle Mariners. 23 years of age, North Carolina native. The 0-1 pitch. Lifts this one in the air toward right center field. Torrey moving over. He will make the catch for the first out. The NFL is back, and Fox's coverage begins with a preseason special as the Buccaneers head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Coverage begins on Friday, August the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific in high definition only on Fox. I think we might be somewhat partial to that game, even though it's just a preseason game.
Yes. It is football, and it's back.
There's Mike Karp, the first baseman. A single and a strikeout, 1 for 2. Takes that pitch down low. Ground ball to Howie Kendrick. 2 outs.
Even though that pitch was up, it was a good changeup, the change of speed. Got Karp out in front, he rolled over, hit that ball to second base. The thing we talked about at the start of the game, Jared Weaver has so many pitches to get you out with. A couple different type of fastballs, very good curveball, changes speeds on the slider. Excellent, excellent changeup.
Two outs, nobody on for Adam Kennedy, who singled his last time up. A 1 for 2 game for Adam. Weaver had 8 strikeouts through the first 4 innings, and he is still at that 8 strikeout mark.
Wow, that was a pretty good pitch. I think we thought that was a pretty good pitch also.
Yeah, nothing like splitting the plate, having it called a ball. Two balls and a strike. Two on to Kennedy. Loops this one out to right field. A lot of top spin on it. Torrey will make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. Just the second tonight, by the way. 7th inning stretch time, and we still have no score.
A devastating 1-2 punch.
Used to use the expression Tanana and Ryan in 2 days of crying. Tanana was more the character. He was quick-witted and he would do crazy things. And we had 2 mics once, and his answer was profane, and he hid the mic behind his back like he didn't do it.
There at the bottom of the 7th still with no score. Jason Vargas no longer in the game. We've got a new pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. At the top of the order is due up for the Angels. Aaron Laffey comes on in place of Jason Vargas. Laffey 1-1 mark, a 3.54 ERA. Originally in the Cleveland Indians system. Takes over for Vargas, who went 6 innings. Allowed no runs on 7 hits, struck out 3 and walked 1.
The guy that relies on sink on the fastball, 86 to 91 range, slider, changeup. Real good command of his changeup also, similar to what Vargas able to do. As far as pitching that changeup both inside and outside.
It'll be Ibar, Abreu, and Hunter here in the 7th for the Angels. Be sure to come out to the Metro PCS store at 205 East Orange Thorpe Avenue in Fullerton tomorrow between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. and meet Angels shortstop Erick Aybar. For questions, call Metro PCS at 714-730-2866. Aybar 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out to everybody in the infield with the exception of Dustin Ackley. Grounded out to third in the first, to short in the third, and to first base in the 5th inning, trying to bunt his way on the last time. Shoots this one down the line and foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's 2 for his last 14. Good idea to try that bunt. That way you can start tracking the baseball better. Rod Carew came up early in the season when we were talking to Sto in that 2nd inning. He came up through the first pitch. He talked about the ability to track a baseball by bunting, get you back in your rhythm. We're through that fastball. Aybar able to get out of the way of that one.
Two 2-1. Aybar bounces it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bobby Abreu on deck. Torrey Hunter to follow. The Angels with plenty of base runners tonight. Aybar hits this one out toward right center field. Mariners center fielder Franklin Gutierrez will make the catch, and there is out number 1. The Angels tonight have gone 0 for 7 with men in scoring position, having stranded 9 guys. And 7 of the 9 guys in scoring position. And Abreu takes a breaking ball for a strike. Texas just got a 2-out single by Josh Hamilton after a wild pitch to win it against Cleveland, 8-7 in 11 innings. So the Angels needing a victory to remain a game back in the West. Abreu went around, 2 outs. Bobby 0 for 3. That'll bring up Torrey Hunter. The game in Texas too. Cleveland at one point had a 7-2 lead. Cleveland blowing it. Chris Perez with 2 outs, giving up that 2-run home run to Michael Young in the bottom of the 9th, and Texas winning it in the 11th. We've got ourselves a pitching change with 2 outs here in the 7th. Jamie Wright, the veteran, is coming on to face Torrey Hunter with no score. To 99000 to win a large PCM. And by your Southern California Toyota dealer. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Jamie Wright, the veteran right-hander, comes on to pitch in his 45th game. He's got a 2-3 record and a 3.75 ERA. He is called upon by Eric Wedge to face Torrey Hunter.
Jamie Wright always had good velocity on the fastball. It's always been an issue of locating that fastball at times. 89 to 94, curve, slider, changeup.
Torrey tonight 2 for 3. Couple of doubles and a deep fly ball to left field. That was that catch that Robinson made. And Torrey takes a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 2 doubles that Torrey's picked up tonight, giving him 18 on the year. Grounds this one foul on the third base side. And it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Came with the off-speed pitch. He's had some great swings in this game. A couple doubles. Was robbed of a 2-run home run.
Torrey is swinging a miss on the breaking pitch, and the Angels go down in order. 7 in the books, and we are still scoreless. Card of the night.
Boy, Weave's been excellent once again. 7 innings, no runs, 8 punch on. Vargas very good himself. 6 shutout innings. Couple extra base hits by Torrey Hunter. It was the Angels' last 14 series, 12-1-1.
Jared Weaver has certainly been up to the task here this evening. He'll face Olivo, Wells, and Gutierrez in the 8th inning. Olivo fouling off the first pitch. It's no balls in his strike. 8 strikeouts for Jared Weaver. No walks. 5 hits allowed. Olivo is 0 for 2. The fly ball to left and a double play ball. One ball, 1 strike. Olivo lifts this one in the air to shallow right center. Torrey's there. 1 out. As tomorrow, hip-hop star Ludacris will continue the post-game summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Fans will also receive 5 free music downloads and the chance to win an Android phone. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or at angels.com/concerts. And I thought you were fired up for Taio Cruz. I saw you walk in with that skater hat today.
Oh, yeah.
And that Ludacris t-shirt.
Oh, yes. I am ready for tomorrow night.
It's a good look. Fastball is down low to Casper Wells. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Wells, the DH, is 0 for 2. Strikeout to Papa. One ball, 1 strike. Wells was a 14th round pick in 2005 by the Detroit Tigers. 36 games last year with Detroit at .323 with 4 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Grounds this one toward the middle. There's a base hit. A 1-out knock for Wells puts a man on here in the 8th inning, and that'll bring out Gutierrez. Six hits now allowed by Weaver. Having thrown 96 pitches.
Well, it was a breaking pitch. Wells did a nice job of going back up the middle, didn't pull off on that pitch like he did the pitch before.
Gutierrez is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out as he looks at a fastball for a strike. The Angels have turned 2 double plays tonight. One to strike him out, throw him out double play. The other one around the horn. It was in the 5th inning and started by Alberto Teoscar.
Excellent action on that changeup by Jared. Gutierrez way out in front of that pitch. After a fastball at 88. Pitch before.
The 0-2 upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You got him to swing at that pitch earlier in the game. An elevated fastball when he was ahead of the count. This one just a little too high.
One, 2. Just outside. Not sure if Mathis was anticipating a ball in the dirt, but see him drop down to his knees.
Gets the outside corner. Hasn't been getting a lot of those pitches.
C.B. Buckner for the better part of the night on either side, whether it's Vargas or Weaver, has not been calling that pitch a strike. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. This one fouled back. Left fielder Trayvon Robinson is on deck. He picked up his first major league hit in the 6th inning. Wells, a pretty decent lead over at first. That's a full count.
Three times during the course of the game, Weaver has gone to a 3-ball count. More than likely, Wells will be going here on the pitch. 3-2, 1 out.
Especially in a scoreless tie here in the 8th inning. The Angels, with Texas winning tonight in extra innings, looking to remain a game back of Texas. needing the victory to do so. Wells takes off. The 3-2 is fouled off to the right. So Casper heads back to first base. .103 pitches now by Weaver as Wells takes off. The pitch is down low and it's a walk. The first issued by Weaver. That's the first time the Mariners have had a man in scoring position tonight. It's also the first time the Mariners have had two guys on base in the same inning.
Weaver now 104 pitches. Some bullpen action. Maybe Fernando Rodney looks like getting up loose first.
Big meeting on the mound with Mike Butcher and the entire infield. Fernando Rodney is one of those guys that well, you wouldn't necessarily set a watch to. Usually doesn't take him a whole lot to get going.
Yeah, just 15, 20 throws and he's ready to come into game.
2 on and 1 out. Here's Trayvon Robinson. Left fielder with good speed, swinging through that first pitch. Mentioned the 26 home runs he had down in the minor leagues, although bulk of those in Albuquerque. Ball tends to fly a little bit in Albuquerque. Not taking anything away from the young man.
Yeah, there's some pretty good carry on the baseball there.
Off speed, lifted in the air down the left field line. This one is tailing foul and out of play. So the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Back-to-back changeups to him.
Robinson with that 1-for-2 game, picking up that hit in the 6th. Struck out looking in the 3rd. The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning have Wells, Kendrick, and Trumbo due up. Looks like they'll be facing Jamie Wright. A 1-2 count. Casper Wells at second. Gutierrez over at first. They bounce that breaking pitch out in front of the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Rodney should be just about ready to go. And the 2-2. Robinson takes that one down low, and it's a full count. Mariners deciding to allow Robinson to make his major league debut here in Southern California. Grew up in Los Angeles, went to Crenshaw.
Showing a pretty good eye there, too, after being behind the count 0-2. He's fought his way back to a full count. Don't think they'll be going here, though, the base runners.
3-2. This one pulled over to Trumbo. He'll go to second base with the lead runner. You're not going to turn 2 with Robinson. They throw it back to third. Got him at third base. Eric Aybar yet again with another spectacular play. And the inning comes to an end.
Boy, like I've said so many times, you talk about instincts. There's not many ball players that have better instincts and ability than Eric Aybar. That play back to third gets the key out to end the inning.
it. And a difficult play for Ibar. It looked like you were just going to get the second out at second base, but Gutierrez sliding in there. He avoids him somehow, firing it right over his helmet, and they get Casper Wells to end the inning.
Oh, we saw that great play. He made a 3-6-2 double play in Detroit. That time it was a 3-1 ball game with no outs and Dan Herron on the hill.
Jamie Wright delivering a strike to Vernon Wells. He'll be followed by Howie Kendrick and then Mark Trumbo. One ball, one strike on Vernon, who's 0 for 3 with a fly ball to left, a pop up to third, and a pop up to second. One pitch. Fouling this one off to the right. It's 1-2.
Jamie Wright has a very good slider. He does on occasion hang that pitch. He's given up 6 home runs this season in his 48 innings, 49 innings pitched now. So he does have a tendency to hang that pitch out over the plate. Now it's up to you as a hitter to be able to make good contact on that pitch when he makes the mistake.
The Halos were retired in order for the only time in the 7th inning by Aaron Laffey and Wright. Laffey going 2/3 of an inning. Wright struck out Torrey Hunter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks like Jordan Walden beginning to play catch in the bullpen. Popped up on the right side of the infield. Jamie Wright gets called off by Mike Karp. 1 out. So Howie Kendrick will step to the plate now. The Angels, as a matter of fact, since they had runners at second and third, let's put it this way, first and second with 1 out in the 6th inning. They've had their next 6 batters retired. Jeff Mathis striking out with 2 outs and runners at second and third base. And going down in order in the 7th. Now the leadoff man put out. Howie's 2 for 3, including a bunt single. Fouls one off to the right. No balls, 2 strikes. The bullpen for Seattle has been very good this year. 13-15 mark, a 3.70 ERA. It's been the rotation that's been slightly better. One and 2. Trumbo on deck. So Weaver's night will come to an end. 8 shutout innings for him as ERA drops to 1.79. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, he went around. 2 outs.
And that's that nasty breaking pitch once again. Jamie Wright, tough on right-handed batters. His front shoulder in very well and to snap that breaking ball off.
Here's Mark Trumbo with 2 outs and nobody on. Mark 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. There's a 1 ball, no strike count. One-0 pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And there's that pitch that we were talking about when Jared was out on the mound, not being called a strike tonight. So Scott Downs has also joined Jordan Walden.
And this is the time when you're Mark Trumbo, you have all this power. 21 home runs on the season. You're in a good fastball count. Center in an area and drive it.
It gets a slider, and it's 2-1. Respect?
No question. Well, rookie. Up there, 2-0 count. You think you're going to get a fastball instead. Get a slider.
Breaks his bat, bounces one up the middle, and that's his third hit of the game. A 2-out single for Mark Trumbo. Keeps the inning alive for Alberto Callaspo. Alberto 1 for 3, had a single in the 6th inning. Mariners do not move around a whole lot defensively. They're outfit pretty much straight around with Callaspo at the plate. Same goes for the infield with Carp holding Trumbo at first. Going away from him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quick throw over. We've seen Trumbo on occasion take off for second base.
Waite's got a pretty good move the first 1 pickoff of the season, though. But when he's going home, he's not particularly quick to the plate. Trumbo will be aggressive, though.
8 stolen bases, having been caught 4 times. 2 balls and 1 strike. Miguel Olivos for now 20 of 69 will be base hitters. Alberto bounces it foul, 2-2. Jamie Wright's been around a long time. Originally started.
He could do a number of roles out of the bullpen, spot starter. Pretty durable arm also. And give you innings out of the bullpen too.
Callaspo takes the breaking pitch down and away, and that'll get Trumbo a little running start with a full count and 2 outs. With Borges on deck. Trumbo takes off. The 3-2 is fouled back. And a piece of Olivo.
So that last night against, a couple nights ago against Joe Mauer, right off the arm, off the foul. Reach to try to catch that foul tip off the glove arm, right above the catcher's mitt.
Three-two. Inside, he walked him. So a 2-out single, followed by the 2-out walk, puts runners at first and second, and Borges coming up. Borges tonight 0 for 2. He's popped out and hit by a pitch and has grounded to short. That was a nice play by Jack Wilson on the broken bat roller. That occurred in the 6th inning. Kennedy somewhat guarding the line at third base. The fastball is down low. Wright, who through the first 3 batters he had faced, kind of in a very good rhythm. Made a pretty good pitch on Trumbo. Mark breaking his bat and singling into center field. Now just walking Alberto Callaspo.
Pretty good arms in the outfield for the Mariners, although Dino Ebel will probably challenge him if there's a base hit into the outfield.
1-0 pitch. Tap a foul. Peter making sure the bat didn't break. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels have had a man in scoring position in 6 of the 8 innings tonight. Borges fouls that one a couple of times. And it's 1-2.
Peter Borges was looking what happened there. Foul ball off the ground and then back up and hit his bat again with his follow through on the swing.
That's how fast he is.
Yep.
The 1-2. This one broken bat flare out to left field. Robinson is there. That'll end the inning. We enter the 9th. Still in a scoreless tie.
Once again, solid as can be. Fastball early on in the ballgame had 8 punch-outs utilizing the curveball, 2-seam fastball, changeup, spotting that pitch, elevating the fastball. Absolutely dominant in 8 innings so far. Only 6 hits allowed in 8 shutout innings. What a changeup that was to Carp. 1 walk, 0 runs once again for Jared as he takes it into the 9th inning once again.
And 0 runs of support. Angels 0 for 8 with men in scoring position, 11 stranded base runners. Ichiro, Wilson, Ackley, 1, 2, 3 for the M's here in the 9th. Ichiro with a couple of hits, 2 for 3. Breaking pitch, grounded to short. Ibar with the backhand, gets rid of it quickly, 1 out. That'll bring up Jack Wilson.
It's all about the footwork, too, at shortstop. He's backhanding that ball, Eric Ibar, but he's put himself in position to have a good, strong spot to be able to throw the ball across, be able to get Ichiro going down the line, who runs very well.
Wilson tonight 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts. Ground ball to third base as Jared delivers a strike. 1 man has reached scoring position for Seattle. That was Casper Wells after the walk to Gutierrez in the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The Angels in the bottom of the 9th have 9-1-2. Mathis, or a pinch hitter, Ibar, and Abreu. It looks like the Angels will be facing a new pitcher in the 9th inning. Josh Luke is loosening right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two to Wilson. That is pulled down the left field line. That is foul. Jerry Meals gets the call correct. The count remains at 1-2.
Well, after that swing on that fastball by Jack Wilson, you got to assume that Jared's going to try to throw a slider now. See if we get him to swing this pitch out of the strike zone.
Off-speed pitch, lays off of it. It's 2-2. Dustin Ackley, the second baseman, stands on deck. 1 out here in the 9th. Breaking pitch, whisked off the plate, full count.
This pitch was just off the outside corner. Baseball and a half off the corner.
This one's popped up in the left side. Callaspo calls off Ibar. 2 outs. Another big crowd here tonight. 38,727. Ackley, the second baseman, 0 for 3. The strikeout and a couple of fly ball outs. Takes outside for ball 1. Caught the inside corner to even the count. One and 2.
Good idea for Jared. Staying away. Fastball away. Curveball that Mathis wanted away. They caught the inner part of the plate and then go right back out with a fastball. Utilize the bigger part of the yard.
A 2-ball, 2-strike count. Little chopper to the left side. That's going to go for an infield base hit. Callaspo, for whatever reason, I don't think he gets him anyways, but he stopped running after the baseball. Ibar wasn't going to get it. But I think that ball was hit so softly that even if Alberto continues on his path to his left, number 1, I don't think he gets to the baseball. Number 2, I don't think they get Ackley. So 2-out single.
No way you're going to be able to get him on that one.
Mike Carp takes the breaking ball a little bit high. Ackley with decent speed's got a pretty good lead at first as Carp bounces this one right back to Weaver. This should end it. The underhand flip. ends the top of the ninth. We hit the bottom of the ninth. Jared Weaver with a standing ovation here for the big crowd. If the Angels can get it down to the bottom of the ninth with a scoreless tie. Scheduled up to go back to the top of the ninth inning and the acknowledgement of the Angels faithful here at the Big A.
Boy, how impressive for Jared Weaver. Once again, 25th consecutive starts of where he's pitched at least 6+ innings and has allowed 7 or fewer hits. Phenomenal effort once again, and the fans showing why they love to come to the yard to watch Jared Weaver go out there and perform.
New pitcher on for Seattle. Josh Lukey comes on in place of Jamie Wright, who went an inning and a third. Struck out 2, gave up a hit, and walked a man. Allowed no runs to come across 14th game for Lukey, and he'll be facing Meiser Sturis, pinch hitting here. In the 9th spot on the order, that's Jeff Mathis' spot. Jeff going 0 for 3 tonight. The fastball from Lukey is outside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Lukey, a part of that trade, coming over from the Texas Rangers along with Justin Smoke, Cliff Lee deal last year. Delivers a strike here to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
You can clearly see he's got a good arm, 93 to 95 on the fastball with good movement, good breaking pitch, but throwing strikes. 7 walks in his 11 2/3 innings pitched so far, along with 17 hits.
Check swing. CB Buckner says he did go around now. So it's 1-2. This one popped up. Shallow left. 1 out. So here comes Eric Aybar. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Aybar with 3 ground outs, 1 fly ball out. No balls and a strike, trying to slap at that breaking pitch. A bunt it. Kennedy charging at third base. Lukey, originally a 17th round pick by Texas in 2007 at a Northern Kentucky University. Off speed pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Lukey last year combining to go 5-2 with 17 saves and a 1.86 ERA. 4 stops between the Rangers and the Mariners organizations. His major league debut this year. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes on Ibar. 1 out here in the ninth. The Angels needing a victory to stay a game back at Texas. They beat Cleveland in extra innings tonight. Loss would drop into 2 back. Tomorrow night we're back at it here at 6:05. Tyler Chabwood going up against another former Ranger farmhand coming over the deal. Blake Bevitt, big tall right-hander. And Sunday afternoon, Felix Hernandez going for the M's, Irvin Santana for the Halos. The 1-2. Ibar rolls this one up the line foul. Fooled on the off-speed pitch.
Starting to chase that pitch down and in, both batting left-handed and right-handed. Vargas did a great job himself. 6 shutout innings. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Continues to throw the ball well against the Angels in his career.
Ibar chasing the off-speed pitch. Oliva will throw on to first to finish off the strikeout. 2 outs. Two up and 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth, and here comes Bobby Abreu. Jordan Walden. If we go into extra innings, we'll be coming on in relief. Bobby Wilson will be catching him. Abreu tonight 0 for 3, including a walk. Takes a fastball, first strike. Here comes the 0-1. That's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Abreu. That's a lot of zeros up on that board. With the zeros that Jared put up in his 9 innings, drops his ERA to 1.78. Abreu rolls the breaking pitch foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1.78.
Yep. 9 innings, 7 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk tonight.
Here we are in August in the American League putting up those type of numbers. Just a fantastic season so far for Jared.
Called strike 3, and the Angels go down in order. Extra inning time here at the Big A. They call it free baseball. Scoreless tie. far. This is why we're going into extra innings. One swing of the bat and a terrific play by Tavon Robinson to rob Torrey Hunter of a 2-run home run and another defensive play gem by Eric Ibar. That was a double play that ended the 8th inning. Jared Weaver getting the ground ball out of Mike Karp to finish off his 9 innings of stellar baseball. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 7 hits. No runs allowed. And here at the top of the 10th, Jordan Walden comes on in place of Jared Weaver. He'll be facing Kennedy, Olivo, and Wells. Bobby Wilson straps on the gear, and he's behind the dish, taking over for Jeff Mathis, who was pinch hit for in the ninth.
Well, again, what a job by Jared. The defense behind him very solid. It's now Walden coming in, and that command of the fastball. 97 to 100 miles an hour on the fastball. Very good slider also.
The fastball is a little bit high for ball 1. Jordan, a 2-3 mark at 2.91 ERA. This is his 46th game. 24 saves this year. 46 punch-outs, 18 walks. Fastball is a strike, 1-1. Kennedy thought it was ball 2. He doesn't like the call. 1-1 now. Kennedy getting to start at third base, a 1-for-3 game for him. He had a base hit back at the 5th. Miguel Oliva, the catcher, on deck. Casper Wells at DH after him. That was more of a strike than the previous pitch. Instead, it's a ball here, so it's 2-1. Dan Cortez, the right-hander, is up. 2-2.
Nothing but fastballs away. Some look like they're out of the strike zone. Some in the strike zone haven't been called.
Full count. There's Olivo. 0-for-3 game for him. He did roll into that double play in the 5th. Walden trying to get the leadoff man here, and he gets him. Looking down goes Kennedy, and there's out number 1. And that pitch may have been a couple of baseballs off the plate, but the Angels will take it.
Boy, nice job by Bobby Wilson going back and bringing that pitch back in the strike zone with the frame.
I don't think Bobby quite got it back in the strike zone, but it was
the effort was there.
There is the neighborhood play at second base. That was the neighborhood framing. 1 out. The curveball to Miguel Olivo is outside. Olivo, as I mentioned, 0-for-3. Two balls and no strikes. Olivo fouls this one back.
That was right next door to us. That would have been fun to try to catch.
Yeah, if the pitch effect system is slightly jacked up now, it's because of that foul ball.
Oh, wow.
The ball had some hair on it. 2-1. Little chopper to second base. Howie Kendrick has it. 2 outs. And keep in mind, too, this has been a while since Jordan Walden pitched. Last Thursday was the last time he got on the mound. So he went 1 inning, 12-7 victory for the Angels. Two outs here in the 10th inning, and here's Casper Wells, the DH. It's the 17th extra inning game for the Angels this year. The fastball is in for a strike. The Halos 6-10. Free baseball is played. Breaking pitch outside.
And that's the pitch that's very difficult if you haven't been out there a lot lately to be able to have command. It's a slider for him.
Two balls and a strike. This is the 10th game, extra inning game that the Mariners have played. They're 5-4. 2-1 pitch. Wells bounces one up the line. Trumbo's got it. He'll feed Walden. It's a 1-2-3 10th. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, and Howie Kendrick in a scoreless tie. Kaiser Permanente Family Sundays at the Big A are the perfect way to spend time with your family on the weekend. Free activities for kids include a variety of games as well as arts and crafts. This Sunday, don't miss out on special appearances by SpongeBob and Dora the Explorer. Purchase your tickets today at angels.com. Buzz Lightyear's in the house.
Lightyear.
How about that?
That seems to be a lockdown.
It's a happy banana, too. Here in the bottom of the 10th.
Buzz Lightyear.
Now you know why the monkey's jumping up.
Yep.
Dan Cortez comes into the game. He takes over for Lukey with 1 inning and struck out 2 batters.
He's pitched in 3 games so far, 3 innings pitched, but 3 walks, no punch outs so far.
He's facing Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, and Howie Kendrick here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The fastball is in for a strike. Cortez acquired in a trade with Kansas City a couple of years ago. That was the Yuniesky-Betancourt trade. Got to the big leagues for the first time last year, pitching in 4 games late for the Mariners. The breaking pitch missing outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
You see that big overhand curveball for him. Also has some good velocity on the fastball. 93 to 95.
2 balls and a strike. Grew up in Pomona. Makes his home there. Torrey tonight 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles. Grounds one to the left side. That's a base hit. Leadoff man is on board. Robinson gets the baseball back in quickly and holds Torrey at first base. A 3-hit game for Torrey Hunter. Brings up Vernon.
They're playing no doubles there, so that ground ball got through the hole. Good play for him. That was a good fastball that Cortez threw. You see, when you're playing on the line, a ground ball like that gets through in the hole. Normal position for a third baseman, that's going to be a ground ball out. Instead, a base hit for Torrey.
It's back-to-back 3-hit games for Hunter. Tough game for Vernon Wells, 0 for 4. One fly ball out to left and 3 pop-ups on the infield. That breaking pitch completely fooled everybody. I mean, that thing is flat out nasty. But if you have no idea that it's coming or you're anticipating something else, you've got no chance. And Miguel Olivo had no chance.
Well, he's looking almost for a fastball.
Yeah.
A knuckle curveball it is to boot. You know what, that is a nasty curveball if you're looking for it. You can see he's looking for a fastball up and in. Instead, it's that curveball in the dirt.
So man in scoring position with nobody out of Vernon in a 1-ball, no-strike count. Cortez gets charged with a wild pitch.
Well, at the very least, Vernon's got to hit the ball to the right side of the infield.
Lifts a fly ball down the right field line. This one tailing toward the seats. Ichiro runs out of room. The count even at 1-1.
Vernon took a shot to the right side of the field.
Way outside, overthrowing the fastball. And it's 2-1.
This wasn't easy for Oliva to reach all the way back. He's setting up inside, and that fastball is in the left-hander's batter's box. And Cortez is a guy that has very good stuff, but command. 3 walks in 3 innings pitched so far.
Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Cortez down at AAA Tacoma, 1-2 mark, a 5.35 ERA, 27 walks, 45 strikeouts in 30 games. Torrey Hunter at second base, the 2-2. This will loop right to center field. That's a base hit. Torrey's going to come around and score. Light that baby up as the Angels win it 1-0.
Boy, nice job by Vernon on that one. That was a tough pitch. Down out of the strike zone, but fought it off into left center field to bring home Torrey Hunter. Torrey had a fantastic game. A couple doubles, a base hit, scores the winning run on the winning base hit by Vernon Wells. Jordan Walden with the victory. 1 inning relief roll. Great job by Jared Weaver also. Big victory. Stay within 1 game with the Texas Rangers.
A terrific game by Jared Weaver. Jordan Walden picks up his 3rd win. An extra inning of fair here at the Big A aboard Portland. The Angels remain a game back of the Texas Rangers. Angels win it 1-0. Stick around as Billy Mack and Jose Mota, along with Angels Live and Vernon Wells, coming up next.